Christians keep getting this wrong about atheism. They treat it like it's a rival religion, like it sits at the same table as Christianity, Islam, or Judaism. But that's not a misunderstanding. It's a strategy. Because if they can frame atheism as a worldview, then they can attack it like one. Put it on trial, blame it for moral collapse, demand answers it never claimed to offer. And that's the trick. Because atheism never asked to be part of that debate. Atheism is not a belief system. It doesn't have a founder. It doesn't have a book. It doesn't offer commandments or salvation. It doesn't ask for your loyalty or your faith or your soul. It is not a religion, a doctrine, or even a philosophy. It's just a single answer to a single question. Do you believe in a God? If the answer is no, that's atheism. Full stop. It doesn't tell you how to live. It doesn't give you rules. It doesn't hand you a purpose. That's not a bug. That's the whole point. Atheism is not here to replace religion. It's here to reject the assumption that you need one. But this scares the apologist, because without a target, they can't take aim. If atheism has no sacred texts, they can't twist them. If it has no prophets, they can't attack them. If it has no holy sites, they can't burn them down. So they invent a version of atheism they can fight, one that looks suspiciously like the religions they already know how to argue with. They say atheism is a worldview. But if that's the case, then Christianity is too. And here's where things fall apart. Because Christianity can't even agree with itself. Some Christians believe in hell, some don't. Some take Genesis literally. Some think it's poetry. Some see demons in every shadow. Some think that's ridiculous. If one religion, with one book and one God, can't even produce a unified worldview, why would atheism? Atheists aren't a hive mind. My worldview is shaped by logic. Someone else's might come from science, or art, or nature, or humanism, or even just lived experience. Some people build their worldview from trauma. Some build it from beauty. And some don't build anything at all. They just live. And that's still a worldview. Because worldviews aren't handed out. They're forged in pain, in joy, in curiosity, and in time. When apologists realize that calling atheism a worldview isn't working, they pivot. Well, they say, maybe atheism isn't a worldview, but Christianity provides the foundation for one. Cute, but weak. Because if Christianity is just a foundation, then so is humanism. So is naturalism. So is rational secular ethics. And those don't carry the baggage of divine punishment or ancient blood rituals. But let's test that foundation anyway. What kind of house does Christianity build? One believer praises slavery. Another calls it evil. One preaches peace. Another pushes genocide. One says God loves science. Another says biology is satanic. That's not a foundation. That's a demolition site. If your holy framework collapses under its own weight, don't blame the people who walked away from it. So, which is it? Is Christianity a worldview? A complete unified lens for understanding the world? Or is it just a crumbling base for endless contradiction? If it's both, then it's broken. And a broken worldview doesn't get to judge the absence of one. Atheism is not a worldview. It's not a belief. It's not a system. It's a pause, a breath, a single moment of honesty where someone says, I don't believe that. That's it. That's all. No robes, no rules, no rituals. So the next time someone calls atheism a religion or a belief system or a worldview, just ask them this. Does every no need a sermon? Does every empty space need a label? Or is it possible that it's just empty? Thanks for watching. See you next time.